Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Bahashir Makah Kodash. I want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone Ruel. Peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. All right, I'm Zahad, Spirit, we in Judah. All right, today I want to go into a live stream, all right, entitled uh, The Idols of Egypt Are Being Destroyed as We Speak. All right, the idols of Egypt are being destroyed right in front of us. All right, as one of the members of Migos has been put to death. He's back in the spirit world. I think it was Takeoff. Was it Takeoff? I just forgot this that quick. Cause Quavo, Offset, and Takeoff. And one of them dudes went back in the spirit world, man. But long story short, those guys, and that was a pre-pandemic group that was pretty hot, especially down south. Had a lot of hit singles and stuff. Um, but one of the members, all right, nonetheless, is back in the spirit world. Now, whatever the politics behind it or whatever, at the end of the day, hey, his image has been destroyed, man. All right, because it could have very well been, all these takeoff, okay, and he took off like Hancock back to the spirit world, man. All right, the water brother. What the point is, all right, he represents Thuggy, which is an idol of Elon. All right, that's right, brother. Let's go, man. This excites me because I'm seeing idols in Egypt getting dismantled right in front of us. Whether it's Cesare Borgia, Christianity, which is a fucking idol, man. Yeah, Khan. It's an idol, all right? That enchants the mind of Israel, all right? So the nation of Israel, mainly the 1/3 are being disenchanted because we were all under enchantments. We were under, a lot of us were under the Roman Catholicism enchantment, Christianity enchantment. All right, a lot of us was under feminism enchantment. Even as men, you might have thought that women were bigger than what they really are. Right? They were hiding behind an enchantment, a projection. All right, under the vibration of diva. Okay, Thuggy. All right, you might have gauged yourself off of street nigga standards, off of street nigga code, man. Because what they're doing, the king of Babylon, he put up idols and he made them living idols by having rappers, all right, personify the mindset and the philosophies of those idols. Okay, going to the book of Exodus, the 12th chapter and the 12th verse, it tells you that I'm against the idols of Egypt or the gods of Egypt. All right, so basically what you're seeing are American idols, which are modern, really, which is really, it's American idols and spiritually it's Egyptian idols being destroyed right in front of us, man. How many rappers have been put to death in the last 10 years, in the last 2 years, man? Right? Have been totally put to death, man, off the face of the planet Earth, man. All right? But when they die, that's the Most High showing you, see, these are idols. They're no gods. They're false gods because gods don't die. And all these little thuggy, spirited niggas, they pushed the complex, like Adam Manatzazak Bob brought out, they push a complex of hubris, like they're invincible. And they also have an inflated ego, and they believe that they are and there's none else. All right, with their personas. So they have this invincible mindset that they can't be put to death. Then they have you know, there is none other but me. Jay-Z is another example of that. He even says in his hooks, back in the day, after me, there should be no more. Where do you think he got that from? He got that from the great I am, Yahweh, he is. All right, so all these rappers, they are idols and they are false gods. And when they die, that's the Most High mocking them. That's the Most High disenchanting the 1/3, saying, see, all right, these are not idols. These are not actual gods. All right, I got my coffee, still a little hot, you know. If anybody was wondering what I'm drinking, I'm on the plantation. I'm not drinking liquor, okay? Just a little pick me up. But this is a beautiful thing, man. Cause I'm thinking about people that the Most High used to take away those enchantments. Like he used Charleston White to target that thuggy demon. So in one breath, these niggas are actually being put to death. Then another breath, the Most High sent up men, all right, saying, see, look, they not real. They not real dangerous. They not real. You know, they ain't really moving like that. You know what I mean? They could be incarcerated. They could be put to death. Their philosophies are getting challenged. Most High set up Kevin Samuel for all things at their use. All right, and the thing Kevin Samuel, the Most High created Kevin Samuel specifically to disenchant and make folly of that feminist diva idol. Okay, the Most High set up Great Millstone. All right, we get into Thuggy and Diva. He set up Great Millstone to disenchant you from the American dream. All right, disenchant you from Christianity. All right, he's dismantling idols. All right, and there's nothing they can do about it. All right, and shalom to you all. All right, this is from the brother Yaiquab Yashakar, Galatians 6:3. For if a man think himself to be something when he is nothing, he deceiveth himself. And all these guys were deceived. All these niggas with these the vibration of these different deities, all right, they know nothing. And they don't know anything. And one thing they all have in common is that they're all earth and ashes. And it says in the scriptures, why is earth and ashes proud, man? One thing that comes from Diva and Thuggy is pride, man. All right? It's pride. Slut, you know? I just did that without thinking about it. But it's pride, man. All right? Like it says in Exodus 12, all right? I'm against the gods of Egypt, and I will destroy the gods of Egypt, roughly paraphrasing. And it also says in this Numbers 23, I believe, there's no enchantment against Israel. So Israel was very under heavy enchantments, but the Most High delivered that 1/3 from that enchantment. Like I said, Christianity is an enchantment. It's a heavy enchantment. All right, street culture, thuggy culture, that's a heavy enchantment. Diva, feminist movement, that's a heavy enchantment. These are idols in Egypt. All right, the Kemet mindset, that's a heavy enchantment. All right, but the Most High is putting these enchantments on trial. All right, and the world is a court. These enchantments have to hold weight on these national platforms, man. These international platforms in which they're being ridiculed in, and they're losing every case. All right. That's why Scripture says in Jeremiah, I believe it's Jeremiah 50:14, or Jeremiah 51:14. I have raised up men like within thee, talking about Babylon. I've raised up men within thee like caterpillars. All right. And if you look at that particular word, caterpillar, it really goes into a type of worm that consumes all the leaves off a tree. And what happens is these enchantments are being consumed by who? Yahweh's men, great millstone. All right? That's why Scripture says in Corinthians, the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh of pulling down strongholds. So street culture is a stronghold on the minds of our people. The feminist movement, diva culture is a stronghold on the minds of our people. Christianity, Islam, Kemet, those are strongholds on the minds of our people. But the Most High set up men like these worms, I want to say canker worms, to consume these philosophies through his spirit and energy. Galatians 6:3. Well, I read that. This is Wisdom of Solomon 14:11. Therefore, even upon the idols of the Gentiles shall there be a visitation, because in the creature of Yahweh they became an abomination, and stumbling blocks to the souls of men, and a snare to the feet of the unwise. The water, bro. See, these idols came with philosophies that made you stray from your maker, and they became stumbling blocks from your connection with Yahweh Shai, which is the true power. All right, Numbers 23:23. Surely there is no enchantment against your Iquab, neither is there any divination against Israel. According to this time, it should be said of Jacob and of Israel, what have Yahweh wrought? All right, you know. And on the flip side, all right, of that, and that's a beautiful scripture. It says in Isaiah, blindness and part has happened to Israel, to the footings of the Gentiles becoming. All right. So for a particular time, we were going to be blind. All right. And then that wasn't in Isaiah. I'm sorry. That was in Romans. But in Isaiah, it tells you that the Most High made the hearts fat and blind, and ultimately to destruction. So 2/3 of our people, they're gonna be blind. And he blinded you through the philosophies of these idols. Like I said, Christianity, Islam, Kemet, all right, street culture, feminist movement. Those are enchantments, man. When you got a woman who 35, 40 with no kids, with 3, 4 degrees, she's under enchantment, living her best life, totally outside of her orbit of a woman. When you got a man that prides himself on how many Israelite men he murdered, all right, to a point where he raps about it, that nigga's under enchantment, man. You know, you know, you got your grandma or your mom, the head of the household. 3 of her sons locked up. One of them in prison. One of them working on cars. The daughters all pregnant, whatever, single mothers. But in her mind, she has the truth. She has the right way through Christianity. All right, that's an enchantment. And what happens is you cause your own sufferings through your culture. All right? That's right, brother. The water, brother. The water. Isaiah 6:10. Make the heart of this people fat and make their ears heavy and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears and understand with their heart and convert and be healed. All right, and the scripture goes on to say, all right, that they're not going to get it until those missiles come, roughly paraphrasing, you know. So, hey, the Most High is putting these idols on trial, and they're being judged, and they're being ridiculed, like our forefather Elijah. All right, because the priest was supposed to call out. You remember the account in Kings, the prophet Elijah, and the priest was supposed to call up their gods, and Elijah mocked them. He said maybe they're sleeping. That's why they can't hear you, because the priest is just calling their gods. And he said, well, maybe they're on, they're on vacation, they're on break or whatever. He was being facetious and sarcastic. Okay, that's what's going on with these idols, man. Like Takeoff took off, man. You know, you see. And like the song "All the Women Who Independent," which is a vibration of it was an anti-Yahweh vibration, an anti-family. A lot of you women, you are independent, and a lot of you women who are walking idols with the enchantment of the Queen of Heaven, you're gonna be very independent. That's why it says in Isaiah 4, the 7 women should cleave to one man. What the hell is going on? You're gonna have an Israelite woman, a so-called black woman, cleaving to a man, running after a man, because the most prideful tribe on earth is Judah. The most prideful tribe on earth is Judah, man. All right. So what the hell is gonna be going on where Israelite woman is gonna denounce all her pride? And it's only one thing that can make a Judite woman humble, and it's really fear, being in survival mode, man. Or Eve being in survival mode. That's the only thing I really see that makes them humble, man. All right. Isaiah 19:1. The burden of Egypt, behold, Yahweh rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. All right, that judgment is gonna humble these idols, and you're gonna see a street nigga with all that hubris is gonna fucking die. He's gonna die easily. He's gonna die easily. He's gonna get dismantled. He's gonna be like a woman or a child. You might be hearing niggas crawling on the ground, blood spilling everywhere, screaming for their mama, with a whole beard, buff tattoo for the body full of tattoos, screaming for his mama, man. Because in warfare, I watched like some war documentaries, I watched it years ago. I think it was in one of those world wars, or it might have been a Vietnamese war, but it was like, hey, when it came down to it, we were all the same. They were screaming out their mothers. They wouldn't like. I think it was some about Vietnamese, or it might have been the Japanese. I can't remember. It was over 20 years ago when I saw it. But at the end of the day, the soldiers were screaming for their mommy. They weren't screaming for their dictator or their king. They were screaming for their mommy. So you can see the hardest niggas screaming for their mama, man. All right, because these enchantments are getting dismantled. All right, Isaiah 19:3. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. They shall seek to the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to wizards. And ultimately, it's going to go into the elites, because the elites, they're going to be doing all type of sacrifices, all right, while their kingdom is crumbling, all right, to resurrect their kingdom, all right, because all kingdoms are really ran through witchcraft. All right, through having your sorcerers and your priests sacrificing to idols, sacrificing it to these entities in the spirit world, man, or these demons. All right, except for a righteous kingdom in which we sacrifice to Yahweh Shema Shai, nonetheless we still sacrifice. All right. All right, let me get these final scriptures and I'm gonna draw this lesson to a close. And ain't the water for tapping in and putting these scriptures on the comment board that really enhances the edification of the live stream. Judges 10 and 14. Go and cry to the gods which you have chosen. Woo! Let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation. Now, how can I forget it? That main idol that's about to get dismantled is Esau Edom. That philosophy of Edomite supremacy and we're the rescuers and we'll help you and we relieve aid, we bring aid, you know, that's going to get dismantled, man. That he's an idol. All right. It says in the scriptures about Babylon, that great horse, she sitteth as a queen and there is none other. It's talking about Esau's kingdom. All right. But with that, I hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Once again, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by Shem Shai by Shem Kakodash. Double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops, the great millstone Ruel. Peace and blessings, health and wealth to the house of David the elect. Abba Babal, Kamyashala, Shalom. You know, Shalom.